When we think of creativity, we often think of musicians, artists, writers, those creative types. But who is a creative type anyway? And what if I told you that creativity isn't just for the creative types? It's also a powerful tool you can use to revive your relationships. Yes, you heard that right. Revive your relationships. So if you're struggling to keep the spark alive or feel like you're stuck in a rut, keep watching because today we are going to talk about explore how creativity is the secret sauce that your relationship needs. We all grew up watching fairy tales featuring Prince Charming, but not everyone gets the happy ever after they had in their dreams. So what are you supposed to do when your fairy tale ends? When everything you thought you knew falls apart? Welcome to Happily Ever After the Affair. I'm Kiri Honey, a confident communication coach for women, sharing my own experience after infidelity to help women learn to forgive and find their way forward to a life and relationship they love. Now, I'm sure that you can agree that one of the biggest challenges relationships face is a breakdown in communication. We stop listening to each other and we just assume what the other person wants or needs. This leads to miscommunication and, in the long run, resentment. Another common issue is monotony, the same thing day after day after day. We get stuck in routine, and the excitement and adventure that once brought us together just starts to fade away. And let's not forget about intimacy, not only physical intimacy, but emotional intimacy as well. When we stop connecting on that deeper level, our relationship begins to feel empty and unfulfilling. We've all been there, feeling like we're going through the motions, but not really connecting on any kind of a real level, without any passion or excitement. It's like we're just existing in the relationship. We've become roommates. We're not really living the way that we want to. This becomes especially evident when we become parents and our relationship is no longer at the top of that priority list. And the worst part is, we start feeling like we're alone, like we're the only one struggling. But the truth is, all relationships can go through these kinds of struggles at one time or another, if you're not aware, proactive, or intentional about your actions. So the question becomes, what can we do to avoid it or overcome it? It's easy to get caught up in the negative feelings, the negative patterns and habits that are draining our relationships, to focus on what's not happening, to what's missing, and what we're not getting. But what if we flip the script on that a little bit? What if we could find new ways to reignite the spark, to create new experiences, and to connect with each other on a deeper level? That's exactly what we're going to explore today: the power of creativity. Not only is there power in being creative together, like cooking together, designing new layouts for your house, even rearranging the furniture, creating a new intimate space in your bedroom, learning a new hobby, or dancing together in the living room. The pleasure and the power is in the enjoyment of that experience. The playfulness that comes from trying something new, from doing something different and experimenting together. By engaging in these kind of creative activities together, you connect to your imagination and bring new life to your partnership. You can create new memories, new experiences, and new ways of connecting that will leave you feeling more fulfilled and happy. But even more important than having new creative experiences together is experiencing more creativity on your own. I believe this is where the true magic lies. But before I get into what you can do, here's a little story. Art in its various forms, painting, photography, design, have always been a passion of mine. Ever since I was a little kid, I loved art. From the age of 10, I had proclaimed to the world that I was going to become an art teacher. I wanted school and learning to be fun. I wanted my students in my class to really want to be there. My focus from that early on was on achieving that dream, which I did. I went through 4 years of university, gaining a Bachelor of Fine Arts degree at the University of Ottawa, where I focused on painting and darkroom photography while also learning sculpture and video, as well as so much more. Then I moved to New Zealand and got a teaching degree from the University of Waikato, beginning my formal employment as a teacher at Te Awamutu College. Now, somewhere along the way, I lost my creative power. And although I enjoyed supporting my students to find theirs, the whole process became so focused on the outcome, on the final product, on the grade, and on the result that it lost the joy, the playfulness, and the fun that was intended. So it leads me to ask the question, what is the purpose of art? Is it not to bring joy? Is the point of traveling to say that you saw the Eiffel Tower? Or is it about the memories of who you were with and how you felt? It is so much more about the journey than the destination. But I feel we so often forget this crucial part of the equation. And we focus instead on all the things that we don't have. So why is the magic in creating on your own? I'll share that with you in a moment. But first, if you're tired of waiting for things to be different or waiting for things to magically get better, I invite you to download my free guide, The 5 Keys to Relationship Revival. Reviving relationships can be difficult at the best of times. But knowing what to do when you throw infidelity into the loop, well, that's a whole other story. Learning to rebuild, forgive, and move forward so you can have more love, compassion, and fun, well, that's just darn right hard without the support of someone who's been through it too. If you're ready to take action to revive your relationship so you can be heard, understood, and appreciated for the woman you are, if you're ready to boost your confidence and ability to communicate in a real and empowered way, I invite you to download my free guide at kirihoney.com/5 habits freebie. That's kirihoney.com/5 habits freebie. So why is the magic in creating on your own? Well, because it is up to you. Joy, creativity, and playfulness is all around you. It's not something you need to wait for until you get rich. You don't need to wait until you've got all your ducks in a row, or your kids are all grown up, or even until your debts are paid. It's something you have now and always. It's simply waiting for you to remember its value, to believe in its importance. So you want to know the real key to reviving your relationships? It is simply to find your own happiness first. So what does that even mean? It means that you need to stop relying on others to make you happy. It is no one else's job to bring you joy. Our partners, our kids, our friends, they are all there to help boost us up, but it builds on what we have done for ourselves. So if you truly want to revive your relationships, the first step is to revive your relationship with yourself. Prioritize your own hobbies, your own interests, and that feeling of playfulness. And make sure you prioritize that every single day. Why? Because it matters. Because there's research to support this. Because engaging in creative activities increase your positive emotions, which in turn improves how you relate to others. Those connections, those things that are so important to you. So it will not only benefit your immediate relationships, your partnerships, your family, but all your relationships. Because when you are happy, those around you are happy. So next time you hear someone talk about creativity and your instinct goes to, oh, I'm not creative, I invite you to remember that we are all creative. That creativity isn't just for artists. It's for anyone who wants more joy, playfulness, and fun in their lives. For those who want to feel more alive. So forget about the comments you received in school about how you're not good at art or how you can't sing or dance, and instead focus on how much joy you feel when you do these things, simply through the act of doing. So go out there and try something new. It's never too late to make a change and to bring back some fun. Connecting to your creativity is a powerful tool that can revive your relationships. It can bring you back to that place of excitement and adventure, of passion and connection. So take the challenge, take the leap, and see what happens when you inject a little creativity into your life. And remember, if you want to learn the 5 keys to reviving your relationships, you can download my free guide today at kirihoney.com/5 habits freebie. That's it for today. May your coffee be warm, your family be happy, and your relationships be fulfilling and fun. Take care.